Well, welcome everybody to our October meeting of HVNC 2023. We're going to get right to it here. We're going to have we have two featured readers today. We're going to have a break in between the two readers just for a few minutes, and we have some announcements then. And after the second reader, we'll have a couple more announcements, and then we'll have a group reader round, and then we can either end the meeting or stay and have conversations. So let me start with our first reader. Let's see. Well, there she is. All right, so let me introduce you to Wakako. Miya Rollinger is a film and new media columnist living in Topanga, California. She's a member of the Critics' Choice Association and holds an MA in Cinema Studies from New York University. She is also a volunteer Topanga State Park naturalist, and if you don't see her on Zoom, most likely she's hiking in the Santa Monica Mountains. Born in Okinawa, Japan, before Okinawa's reversion from the U.S. in 1972, she was raised in a uniquely mixed-race culture with her father from Okinawa and her mother from Shinjuku, mainland Japan. Writing haiku was mandatory in elementary school in Okinawa, and she loved the read-out-loud rhythm of 575 and the humors of Issa's haiku. After she moved to Los Angeles, her curiosity in English language haiku led to a member of Southern California Haiku Study Group during COVID. She joined HVNC and Yukitiki Haiku Society. Her haiku have been published in print and online, and she appreciates her heart-centered haiku communities and is looking forward to learn more from haiku writing groups. I love where you say heart-centered haiku communities. That's nice. Here she is.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me? Yeah. Thank you so much for having me today, giving me an opportunity to read my haiku. I thank Gary and Sue for helping me to prep this reading. And also, I want to extend my thanks to Karen Hall, previous Mariposa editor. She really helped me to rethink how I write haiku. Plus, my Japanese, bilingual Japanese American senpai, Fei Aoyagi. I've known her before COVID through her website, translation of Japanese haiku, I think Blue Willow. I learned a lot because although I lived in Japan and native speaker, but a lot of Japanese hygiene use very archaic Chinese characters, and then it's very hard to read. And then sort of that kind of pushed me away from reading haiku, but her translation really made me curious, open up more, helped me to read Japanese and understand in sort of a more simpler English language haiku. So I thought that was really something. So thank you so much. I'd like to open my screen. Share screen. Do you see my, hold on. So I'd like to start from this bird calls. Your volume should be a little bit up so that you can hear them, very delicate calls, but I thought about haiku from this bird calls because it's 3 lines. So let me play it for you. Varied thrush calls above towering cedars, rainforest morning. First bird song at dawn. Umami percolates through my mother's kitchen. Couch potatoes grow in the New Year's rainfall. Binge watching. Woodland at dusk. A songbird sings to a dying oak. Cold ground. Fresh saplings among moss on a nurse log. Chilly night. A juvenile screeches to my burdock. Spring cleaning. My moth-eaten sweater back to the closet. Red-tailed fledglings. Take that leap of faith to a world full of hope. New neighbor. A dog keeps sniffing another dog's history. Prickly thorns of wild cucumbers. Tongva lullaby. Laughing mountain. The whispers of my uncles kept calling my name. Her tiny steps erased by the waves. Snowy plover. Sticky sea breeze. Wave after wave of peace rallies. Flower moon through my dad's telescope. Childhood dreams. Orange petals fold for the night. California poppy. Comparing Robin songs from last backpacking. The scent of s'more. Stream crossing. A splash of glacier on little elephant heads. So little elephant head is basically on above probably 9,000 feet. These photos taken from the Yosemite National Park near Young Lakes. And then this, if you see closer, this the flower has a little like nose coming out, so that it's called little elephant heads. But I thought it was funny because when I cross the streams, then basically I'm watering all those noses. So that was the haiku inspired by. Daydreaming. Sounds of rain tapping on the tent. Scrambling through talus slope, white columbines. This is also, okay, I'm sorry. This is a heavy photo, so it took me a while. So scree versus talus. It's the in the mountain there are some areas with quite a bit of rocks I have to scramble with, and then this slope was actually the main trail was less harder, but somehow we detoured, couldn't find the main trail, so that we kind of try to get back to the main trail. And then here we go, we saw tremendous amount of white columbines. So I was so happy to have this detour, even though it was very hard to get back in. My mountain pose to the moonlit lake, blossoming. 4 a.m., crawling out of my tent, the Milky Way. Literally, we crawled out from the tent at 4 a.m. and then here we go, this quite a bit of stars, and my husband wanted to take photos of the sky, so we have to get up at 4. And then I made this haiga probably 2 years ago for when I joined Yuki Teike during COVID. Finding you among the stars, Tanabata wishes. Medal of Honor, counting mosquito bites in Ptolemy Meadows. This is also Yukitege Haiga I made for this summer. Balmy wind. She sighs her last breath against our wishes. Sinking deep into wet sand. Heartbroken summer. Making copies of her death certificate. Summer dusk. Turning pages of her soup recipes. A tarnished spoon. Galactic journey. Her urn has wings to travel the Atlantic. The 49th Memorial Day, a last beat I cook from her empty fridge. In Japan, the morning period is counted by 7 quite a bit. And then this is 7 by 7, so every week is passing. And then supposedly 49th day, your soul is no longer on this earth. By the way, my mother-in-law passed. She was Polish American. Morning moon, cooing sounds of a road runner. Hard to see where this road turns. Elderly care. Waiting for someone to hit the return key. My father-in-law. Watering the love behind his loss. Tall hibiscus. Chained to a memory at the wharf. Quiet storm. Fog sneaking up on the mountain. Phenopepla whistles. The spill point of prolonged fog. Earth Overshoot Day. This haiku used to be Earth Day Pledge, but it's no longer enough with the pledge. So if somebody is interested in, please look up Earth Overshoot Day. Even ravens have their softer calls. The sycamore wind. I went to my mother about senior care. Woodpecker's laughs. I was venting my mother, 86 years old, about 83-year-old, my father-in-law, and then my sisters were laughing because my mother said all seniors are irrational. And then my sisters were like, she knew that. So it's somehow reminded me of Acorn Woodpecker's laughs, the calls. Sweeter with patience. Sun-dried persimmons. Father and son, smooth things over, white borscht soup. This was actually my first published haiku for Southern California haiku study group, and that's how I started that year. And I had a tremendous mentors like Deborah Kology and Greg Longnecker and Catabella Wilson. So I really that start was really great. And then now I looked at it, and it's 10 years ago, and still it's kind of vivid, and I love this haiku. So I wanted to share it. Carving a pumpkin in the twilight, silent flight. That's it. Thank you so much.
That was wonderful, Wakako. Thank you. Really great.
Thank you.